So I'm getting ready to baste the pocket towards the front before we do the casing. And I just need to check to make sure my machine is threaded correctly. So needle up, presser foot up. And if you notice, I switched to pink thread on the top to do my basting. You don't have to do that. You can do it in a contrasting color. I just thought it might be easier for you to see if you did it that way. And so if I'm going to do basting, I need to set my stitch length, which is the top button, I'm going to turn it to 5, which is a pretty long length. And all I'm going to do is line up the outside edge of my presser foot with the edge of this. Really doesn't matter where exactly this is. It could be a little farther or a little closer. But I'm just going to use the edge of my presser foot. I want to make sure everything is nice and flat here. And I'm not going to backstitch because remember, basting is going to come out later. So I've got this set on a 5 stitch length, which means my stitches are going to be real big. And I'm just going to stitch here until I get over to the side seam. And I'm actually going to go all the way to the seam line. I'm not going to stop at the pocket because that's going to help me. Okay? Now when I stop, I'm going to do needle up, presser foot up. This time when I cut off, because remember I'm using this as basting, I want to leave some tails just so it'll be easier to pull those out later. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing on this side, although this time, since we're stitching from the wrong side, I'm starting at right at the side seam. And when you do that, make sure that you don't catch any of the rest of your shorts underneath there. Okay? You want to make sure that you're just going through pocket and front of shorts. All right? And I'm just going to stitch along here. Again, I'm keeping this edge pretty much even with the top there. So this is basting. It's going to come out, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to hold. All right, and then a stitch or so past the end of the pocket. Again, leave a long tail. And the basting, it's blue on the outside, it's pink on the inside. It's going to be easy for us to pull out because it's nice and loose. And our next step is to put the legs together. So we're going to do the seam that's in between the two legs.